Morning, everybody. I wanted to talk about an issue I've raised before on some of my videos, and it was the actual chicken run. Now, the issue that you're going to be the first one to die. Anyway, the issue that I have had was that fencing. Chickens were going under, chickens were going over, and I had a heck of a time keeping them in here. And it's not that I care about them going out there or getting into stuff, because they don't do any damage, anything that bothers me. But the problem is that, and like I said in the last video, is we had 17 and that moved down to like 7. And the reason is because mostly, not completely, but mostly chickens were going under or over the fence and going back into here a little bit, and even one up by the house, and they're getting eaten. I'd find nothing but an explosion of feathers or the head missing or something like that. So that's the issue. Hold on a second. All right, sorry about that. The wife and Melissa and the girls were coming home with groceries, so I was talking to them. Okay, so the issue was the fencing and going up and under and blah blah blah. I've already talked about that. So without buying all new posts and higher fence, I was trying to use what I had. So what I did is definitely not pretty, but it 100% has been effective. Pretty much the fence that was already there, I've taken the wire fencing, field fencing that I already had, and I lashed it pretty much to the other fencing with wire. And I did it clear around. I raised it up in most spots about another 2 feet. Some spots just once, or like one section here is not that high. It's just an extra foot or so. So yeah, it's not pretty, but it 100% has corrected the problem. Now at the bottom of the fence, there's sections that the birds were getting out. Some sections of the fence is into the ground, and just because of the lay of the land, there's sections where the fence is much higher. In that corner there's one. Over here was one. Over here, and there's a few of them. So I took sections of fence and cut it, and I made an L out of it. And so part of it's laying on the ground and part of it's going up towards the sky. And I lashed it that way, and that has stopped them in their tracks. So that's how I have taken care of at least the issue I've had with the fence. At some point I may be redoing it, but just moving in here and putting a ton of money into some things, and which we'll get into later, I don't have the kind of money that some people might have to just go out and say, oh, I'm going to go buy 40 new posts, or I'm going to go buy 4 more rolls of fence, and that's just not an option. So using what we have, this is what I did. So hopefully it'll continue to work.